Hi, everybody. Welcome to the AITA Pod. I'm Nitty Vega, joined by returning trio. It's Kadu Esbandar. I can't do it. I tried to remix
Esbandar's kind of pretty baller.
Esbandar. And Rarla. I like Rarla.
Rarla.
Sounds like a drag queen.
Radu and Karla. What's up?
How you doing?
I've been seeing a lot of movies. These things are great, these movies. I like the movie.
They're good.
They
The
be
moving
having
pictures?
empathy in them. What's that?
The moving pictures.
Yeah. Anyway, I go over there to Alamo, and I like Alamo. It's a very AITA-friendly environment.
Alamo, that's where you can eat mozzarella sticks while you watch?
That's exactly right. But it's kind of counterintuitive, right? Because they're like, we're a restaurant and a movie theater, but be really quiet. Shut the fuck up. No talking. And they're strict. You know about this?
Don't get drunk.
Don't get drunk.
Which
You know
you
about
don't.
this? They warn you. They're like, we'll kick you out. They got Aziz Ansari up there, and he's like, whatever.
Who's going to listen to him? What the hell?
Fair enough.
Oh, my God.
Actually, I liked Good Fortune. I liked Good Fortune.
And that's fine.
Sorry, maybe it's a little on the nose. Did you see it?
No.
Maybe it's a little on the nose, but I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it.
Did you
That
watch
was fun.
Frankenstein?
I liked Frankenstein.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was fun. Anyway, I was seeing Frankenstein, and you can do these subscriptions now. Have you heard of the movie
What, like
subscription?
Movie Pass?
Yes, like Movie Pass.
That's been around.
Well, okay, Carla, come with me.
Get on it faster.
So I'm sitting next to this chick who's like a movie passer for Alamo. She's all into it, and it was weird because I was there with my friend, but we weren't sitting next to each other. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. So she sees me come in with her, and then I'm like, bye. So it was kind of weird. So we start talking. Anyway, she's like, yeah, I'm a big Alamo Premium or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm a big Alamo Premium girl. And I was like, that's so cool. So you must see a lot of movies. She's like, yeah, I just jumped into this. It was after work. So I want to see Frankenstein, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so then she goes, you seem like the kind of guy who, if like I got you kicked out for talking, you would respect it. And I was like, 100%. That's a great read. I respect your rules.
Okay.
So then the movie starts. We're literally 30 seconds into the movie. I don't hear anything. I'm watching the movie. I'm good. The movie's good. She then cranes forward like 2 feet. And by the way, her posture is like the most yoga, like just perfectly straight back. Like she's watching the fuck out of this movie.
Like she's not even leaning back on the seat?
She's not even touching the seat.
Weird.
And then she leans forward and looks like to the people next to me, and she just goes, shh. And I was like, oh, my ear, you fuck. Like, it was so loud. I didn't hear anything. And then I was like, is that going to be the energy?
Didn't you see Aziz's message?
I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even hear anything.
You're breathing too loud. But that's hilarious because the shush was probably louder than
The shush
whatever
was
happened.
literally 10 times louder. I feel like they were like,
God.
yeah, pop.
You fucking hens
Did
and
you
Muppets.
shush her back immediately?
Counter shush. I
Yeah.
should
Hey,
have.
what are you doing?
Yo, you would have got kicked out clearly.
Loud. Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. My friend hated Frankenstein. I liked it.
I've only heard great things.
I thought it was
I heard
fun.
people cried.
It's kind of like, it's very much like, I feel like all Guillermo del Toro movies are just kind of like, I like to make movies and they're fancy and there's lots of cool, like, style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a psychological thing.
No, it's like pure movie making
Yes.
magic.
Fantasy. It's amazing and it's big.
I heard that originally the concept was going to be 2 movies, 2 Frankenstein movies, one in the creator's eyes and one in Frankenstein's eyes. But then they decided to do half
They
and
just
half.
did it all one. Yeah. So,
Mary Shelley, you know that she
Mary
wrote
Shelley.
Frankenstein
yeah.
to be in a contest with her husband
Mm.
to see who could write the best creature
Owned.
story. And then imagine
What'd he write?
then writing exactly what did he write? We don't know because Frankenstein is clearly.
Well, and my favorite Frankenstein twist, and I saw a thread about this, so it was pretty funny. Like people talking about Frankenstein spoilers. Like it's been out since the 1800s, I think. If you didn't get the memo,
Yeah.
But because people always say like Frankenstein was a doctor. It's Frankenstein's monster,
Right.
Mhm.
But the twist of it is that Frankenstein's monster is a good person. And Frankenstein himself, the doctor, actually is a monster in the moral sense of the word.
Right.
Because he's basically a big old narcissist who's like, look, I made a monster. I don't care about him, though.
Yeah, where'd he get all those parts?
From dead people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway. So The other thing that happened on a AITA note is so my friend did this weird move. You know, it was interesting. I never had this done. She goes, "Will you host my friend?" She kind of worded it weird. She was like, "Hey, my friend's in town from Japan. Will you host her?" And I was like, I was at our social club, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm at an event here. You guys can come through, of course. Like, I don't even know why you're asking. Come through."
Okay.
So then she goes, "Okay, her Uber is pulling up now," and I was like, "Oh, so you're like foisting your friend on? I don't even know your friend, and you're not coming." But I was like, "Whatever, super down." So it turns out, is like, you know, early 20s Japanese chick. So I'm like, all right, I'll show her a good time, and I did.
Okay.
And yeah, I took her. She wanted to go on a Waymo, and I felt really cool about that because she lives in fucking Tokyo, and she was like, "I want to see what LA has." I was like, "We have technology they don't have in Tokyo."
I want to
They
see
don't
your
have that in Tokyo?
inferior American robots.
Yeah, exactly. We have
because they have
shitty
public
robots.
transit. So
They,
Yeah.
they have a much better
She's like,
system.
robot car is actually very stupid compared to train.
I'm spending $25 right now on this shitty robot car going 1 mile.
Yeah.
So,
A Jaguar.
but anyway, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but when I went, I don't know if you guys know this, in Japan, it's considered polite. It's sort of, you know, nod to the chef to slurp. Do you guys know that?
Yeah. Slurp and slur.
Slur. And what?
And slur.
And slur.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I was in Japan at 4 a.m., I was in Shinjuku. You know, everybody had been drinking and stuff. I'm sitting next to a guy at this ramen place, and he's like, yeah. Like, he's really getting into it. And so I asked her, I was like, is that more polite? Is that more of a compliment to be like orgasming? And she said no. She said that's too much.
She's like,
That
that's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the brown egg is making you make those noises.
somebody clip
the brown
farm.
egg sends
Yeah.
it though. How do they do that?
They boil it in the broth.
Oh, that's obvious. Should have thought of that.
Yeah.
You thought it was some weird ramen freak off shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
like it.
fuck that egg.
They fuck that egg, bro.
I want somebody to clip farm Danny's moaning sounds.
Danny-gasm. You guys got any stories, any tales, any updates, any happenings?
I had one in my brain and then I lost it.
Okay.
It's gone.
He's cooked.
Bye.
He's good.
I've been living in my new situation, which has been pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, one of your roommates has been on the pod before.
One of my roommates has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't
Tony
know that.
Bartolones? Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
on the pod.
Whoa.
Didn't know that he had been on the pod.
Okay.
We're gonna have your landlord on next.
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions for
Your
him.
landlord and your mom. So you're one woman. That's how I count you.
Mhm.
And you go living with 4 boys.
Correct.
Lot. That's a lot of
2
boys.
boys, 2 guys. That's what I like to say.
2 boys, 2 guys.
Yeah.
You live with 4 men.
4 guys.
Whoa.
Okay.
2 boys, 2 men.
And is it
Whoa.
working out?
It's working out. It's like a very every time I say like transitory house, it sounds like we're like in and out of rehab or like on parole or something. But that is kind of how it is. Like, everyone's there because we're paying really cheap rent. We're never there. We're always at work. We're always traveling. It's like a
Sounds
crash
good.
pad.
Yeah.
But I've been making it my own, which is really good.
Cute.
Having an issue with one though, that's like cigarette smoker.
Ugh.
Yeah. And to be fair, I feel like, I've had a little bit of trauma being subletting so
Yeah.
long, and then being like, you really can't speak up when you're a subletter because you don't have any ownership over the
Yeah.
place. And so once I moved in, cigarette smell would like fill the house and like fill my room specifically based on
Oh,
where he would smoke.
God.
So one day I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go talk to him.
Yeah.
I said, hey, can you smoke in the front? Because it's filling my room with cigarette smell. And it's just obviously bothering me.
You keep your windows open.
Well, I try to.
You
Yeah,
got
it's
to,
nice
yeah,
to get
yeah,
fresh
yeah.
air. You know what I mean? Fresh LA air, whatever that means. And
Your cigarette smoke is actually interfering with my
with
breathing
my smog.
of car pollution. Yeah.
Okay. And I said that to him, and he was like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, cool. And then he did it for like 2 weeks, but like he still gets lazy here and there now that it's been raining. The front of the house isn't covered. So he like smokes right outside of his door. He lives downstairs, and it just keeps wafting up. And so it's been a point of contention for myself because I'm like, but this is living with roommates. And even if
Yeah.
it wasn't my roommate, it could be my neighbor. And then what can I tell my neighbor to fucking do? Like, this is living in a city and being part of it. But stop smoking cigarettes.
Stop
It's so
smoking
bad for
cigarettes.
you.
Coming back. All the 20th century stuff is coming back. I hate to break it to you guys.
yeah, I just don't get it. But other than that, it's been great. Like I'm living my best new girl life.
That's
and
great. It's important to have stable housing, place to live.
Yeah, I agree. So that's what's been going on
Good
with
for
me.
you.
Thanks. I'm kind of killing it right now. I'm kind of thriving. Which
I
is
love
nice.
that.
You checking
Nice.
this?
I remembered my
Or not?
terrible
Okay.
thing.
Here we go, Radu.
So I've had some clips.
Terrible thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is like an AITA in and of itself. I've had some clips do well on other
I
people's
thought you were going to say
podcasts.
resurface or something.
Yeah, the allegations
Big
are
difference.
in. But whatever, they got a lot
Congrats.
of no. Well,
okay.
people got mad at me from all different sides of the whatever. But the funniest thing, like, it was a clip talking about conservative influencers and how like they say things that they don't have to live by, and then their fans are like, "What? I'm just like Ben Shabibo. I'm, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
Like, and people got mad. They're like, I agree with what the sentiment of what you're saying, but why do you have to denigrate Southerners with your accent? And I'm like,
Oh God.
let's take a step back for a sec. First of all, I'm from Texas. Anyone that's ever called me any kind of slurs, 94% of the time, had that voice to them.
Well,
Second of all, that's not a Southern accent specifically.
yeah.
That is 30 miles outside of any American city.
Right.
You go to Bakersfield, they talk like this.
Right.
You go to Tacoma in
Right.
Washington, Everett, they got this accent over there. You go to Tennessee, Florida, it spans 4 time zones.
Yeah.
So it is just a generalization of the kinds of people that, say funny and salacious and ignorant things or whatever. And people are incredible. They're like left-wing people that are like, I'm from the South and I don't, I might sound like that, but I'm not an ignorant. I'm like, then this isn't about you.
Yeah.
Way to make it about you,
it's
though.
So
That's
annoying.
It's the funniest phenomenon where it's like you anticipate who's going to get mad, and you're like, no, there's a new segment that you don't even know about that's going to get.
There's a TikTok term for this. I think it's called like bean theory, bean soup theory, or something. But some TikToker posted
bean soup.
What?
Bean soup.
Yeah, they posted a bean
Kinda
soup
beans.
recipe, and it literally consists of 12 beans. And then the comments are like, well, do you have this with no beans? And it's like, well, no.
It's bean soup.
It's a bean soup. Right? So it's like the algo will always find this person who,
unpleased and
yeah.
But this was across multiple. I kept getting that. Like, it was 3 different people that I've offended: conservatives, schizophrenics, and then people who sound like Yosemite Sam.
Hello.
I'm very interested in the third.
In that order.
But do you think that if you organically had that, like genuinely, authentically had that voice, then none of this would have, it's because you put on a voice.
It's because I put on a voice that is indicative of a place that I grew up and lived in.
Of all the problems, I'm like, look, I think voices, I don't have an issue with that voice, but like gay voice or whatever, like I get in trouble sometimes. People are like, what woman talks like this? What woman talks like this? And I'm like, okay, but of all the problems, like I don't think using a stereotypical or turned up voice of someone is really
And I do them
offensive.
all. It's not like I'm like my go-to accent for stupid is I'm like, sometimes it's fucking Jersey guy. Hey, I'm pretty fucking dumb too.
What do you talk about? I'm making a deli sandwich.
Hey, I can't read.
Put mayo on it.
they don't call
what's
them
in a book?
sandwiches. They call them subs, grinders.
Hoagies.
What's in a fucking book? What's in a fucking book? I don't know.
I hollowed it out and keep my gun in there.
It's a safe.
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of
So you went viral.
there's a lot of working class. This was all a humble brag.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't believe I've ever made love to a woman of the Southern persuasion, and I'm interested.
Interesting.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
How does that go? Say daddy? They say daddy down
Hell
there? What do
yeah.
they say?
Peepaw is what they call it.
Yeah,
Isn't that granddaddy?
Granddaddy's fucked up. The girl's like, yeah, granddaddy. I'm like,
my
whoa!
Is my granddaddy. He's 47.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Should we start the episode?
Might as well
so.
dig in.
Probably our second story of the day. We're just kind of on like a little bit of a friend. There's some friend stuff here. AITA for refusing to accompany a friend to pick up pizza, but then going when my close friend decided to go.
Is it going to be annoying if I do slurping noises as finger snaps while you read?
Yeah. What?
We're just keeping this tradition of the bonus episode going and doing our best.
Oh, was
slurp.
that the bonus? No, you just talked about that right now.
The slurping noises?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right now.
I guess
Radu.
you're right.
Radu doesn't really know.
What's
He's
time
one
My
of the,
memories are
he's
time
one of the
sensitive.
schizophrenics that's mad at his own posts.
I'm really upset with myself.
But first, folks, rate, review, subscribe. Join me on Patreon, patreon.com/AITA pod. Every single episode ad-free. I think that alone is already worth it. And then you go, is there more? Yes. Carla, what else is there?
Over 300.
We're going to 300? I think that's reasonable. There's probably 300.
100% over
And
300.
10% of your Patreon subscription goes to APAC. So
What's that?
no, nothing.
A reference I didn't get. APAC? What's APAC?
Nothing.
Oh, boy. What did
Just
you
say that it doesn't.
The Israel
Danny.
lobby.
God, Radu, stop politicizing. He also dropped the R slur on the bonus. You're
Oh
fucking
my
me.
You don't know which one that is because he won't
It's probably going to
specify.
happen on this one too. Let's be real.
He's being bad today.
I do a
He's
different
bad.
slur every
We should
episode.
just bleep everything.
Just beep,
Yeah.
everything is beep.
It's what the B in Babu stands for.
Babu. But yeah, you heard it. Okay, here we go. Would I be the asshole if I request that my best friend cool it on hanging out with our newer problematic friend? I have a group of friends in a city and have for... It's not about you, Radu. I have a group of friends in a city and have for a decade. One of them, husband's friend, really, is not much of a great friend to us. He creates a lot of problems, spills beans on things he's not supposed to, and while charming, is quite selfish.
Mhm.
I can't exactly exclude him as he's friends with people in the group, but I would say he has caused me and my husband more problems than others members may know. My best friend just moved here from Denver, largely for me and for life opportunities. I'm excited to have him here. It's a 25-year friendship since 4th grade. The problem friend and my best friend didn't know each other previous. They got no history. Problem friend has seemingly, quote unquote, leached onto my best friend in a typical way. While I've never been asked to coffee or happy hour directly by problem friend, he's invited my best friend one-on-one bi-weekly at this point to these activities. My best friend is a very nice guy and says yes to everything. Something about this feels like a social faux pas. To have my best friend move here to then get bombarded randomly with invites and plans from the problem friend is jarring. It's as if the problem friend just kind of decided to bypass me, and it's becoming a little strange to keep hearing from my best friend that problem friend invited them to do X and that they're doing it. Problem friend has also given out invites that were not his to give, i.e., plans my husband and I set up. I've alluded to my best friend that the problem friend has caused issues for us in our group without directly talking smack on the problem friend. I completely understand that two adults can hang without my permission. My goal is not to be included. I think my best friend just doesn't really know the depths of the problems that the problem friend creates due to their selfishness. I would never do this to someone else, which makes me feel like something here is wrong. My husband and I are deciding what the least asshole thing to do is. Talk to my best friend. My husband talking to his friend about how it's coming off. We really don't want to ruin friendships, but this faux pas is upsetting us. I'm not asking for judgment. The problem friend are a list of users to determine judgment on them. I'm asking if this problem friend bypassing me and forming this connection with my best friend has me justified in talking to my best friend. Would I be the asshole? What the fuck?
I feel like the question that they're asking isn't even the right question about being the asshole or not. Like, because they're saying my goal is not to be included in these plans, but also am I the asshole for what is it? Am I the asshole for expressing these feelings to my best friend? No, I don't think. I think you should always express your feelings to your best friend.
I'm just like, what concretely is the problem?
I think I kind of know what the
You don't
problem
know
is.
what the problem is with the problem friend?
Oh,
It
come
seems
on.
like you've labeled them a problem
The
friend.
issue,
The issue.
is that this person doesn't have synonyms in their life. They said
problem friend.
27 times.
Well, they have to stay consistent.
So
'cause
his-
that's their name.
Problem friend.
Their
Problem
dings.
Problem friend.
What is what they accuse?
Radu's my problem friend.
Yeah.
That's fair. The dings on him are he creates a lot of problems,
He spills the
he
beans.
spills beans,
He's
and
selfish.
he's selfish. And I'm like, okay, but like, what concretely? What does that mean? Like, that's so weird.
I got an overall vibe immediately
I
from
did
that.
too, because I know somebody like this.
Okay.
Just
I
a
feel like-
loud, selfish,
Yeah.
character doing, not really socially aware idiot, you know?
Unaware is a good word for it.
Well,
but
I
I
don't
also
like
feel
it.
like, no, go ahead.
Well, I don't like the problem friend. I don't like them, but I'm just like, you know, what are you going to say? Like, oh, you're hanging out with problem friend? I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, that person's not really my cup of tea. That's fine.
I think there's a lack of information. I hate to say that, but I do think it's like, I have been in a situation where somebody new comes into my life and then somebody old that I've known forever,
Okay.
they meet, and then like, okay, let me back up. Do you know people who, when they meet people, have to be their best friend right away? Because I know people who do that. They, no matter who they meet,
Sure.
they're,
I'm
let's
on
hang
board.
out.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
They
Let's.
go
It's
all
like you
in.
don't have to be best friends with everybody.
Right.
And when that happens to somebody that you have a really deep relationship with, it feels a little bit like trespassing because you're like, okay, cool. Like I introduced these two people. Now I'm not even included, which I guess is fine. But also like, because I've had bad experiences with this person, now I feel a little defensive of my long-term friend being close with this person when they don't know how they've treated me or how I felt that I've been treated. So like I
Well, I think
get
that's legal to
that.
say. I mean, that's why I always say, what's so funny?
I was thinking, I was like, I've had the experience of like, you ever have like a problem friend that you introduce to another problem friend, and like they really hit it off. And
That's
then
great.
And you're like, you guys
Perfect.
can't hang out without me because you keep doing crimes when you're
oh
together.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
You're like, before I introduced these two, they seemed to like take public transit. Now they just drunk drive everywhere together.
Oh my
Right.
god, no.
I mean,
You should not want to be there then with them.
I feel like your close friend. So going to your scenario. So I have a close friend, you know, someone I've known, I care about. And then they get involved with this new person that set off some red flags with me. That's, I feel like, what this is.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't actually do anything bad.
we
kinda-
don't know that because it says that.
They
It says,
got no fucking charges,
well,
Carla.
he said he
Beans
has
have been spilled.
It says he has caused me and my husband more problems than other members may know.
Yeah.
Problems like what? They
We
don't
don't
list
know.
a
That's what I'm
single
saying.
problem. They've got fucking nothing.
Beans.
They've got nothing against this guy, but I understand it because sometimes you meet someone and you go, I don't know what's going on here. There's something skeevy going
I have
on.
to repeat that beans have been spilled.
Spilling
Beans have been
beans is a
spilled.
big deal.
That's a huge
Yeah,
deal.
so they maybe said something that shouldn't have been said. They created an awkward situation, whatever, but they don't really have a hard charge. It wasn't like the problem friend stole their quad, you know? I don't know why that came to my mind.
Yeah, that was
What?
random.
I don't know why that came to my mind. I really want a quad right now, I
Yeah.
guess. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, you tell your best friend, you're like, hey, just so you know, that guy, like, he's just, I told him a secret. I invited him to a party. That was something else they mentioned, right? I invited him to a party. He invited his friend Annabelle, created all this like drama. There's just a self-centeredness. I felt that he wasn't being very considerate of the context of my event. You know, that seems
This fool's a dumbass.
completely valid.
Yeah.
To tell your friend not to do that. Right? I think we're all aligned that that's what a friendship is. You're allowed
Yeah,
to be like,
yeah.
this guy's kind of sketch.
Yeah. I guess my thing with this post is that it seems like OP, which is what I like about it. They're focused on how they feel in the situation. And like they said, I'm not looking for people to judge my problem friend. I'm not trying to blah, blah, blah. It's like OP needs to know that the way they feel is acceptable. And I think it is, because there have been times too where two of my friends become better friends with each other when they meet each other. And I feel left out, but it is up to me to be like, hey, I feel left out. You guys are like constantly hanging out. And then, you know, I've had that conversation with friends and they'd be like, oh, I just thought you were really busy. Like it's an oversight. This one's a little different
I would
because
actually
they don't want to be included.
Challenge that assertion.
What assertion?
I think I feel left out is not okay. First of all, it's not a feeling.
Feeling left out?
Feeling
It's
left
not
out.
Tell
really
that to the
is
stock market, you asshole.
what?
FOMO. It's like a literal
Oh.
thing. People,
FOMO.
it's how people
Why
trick
do
each
you
other.
feel smart?
Because I feel like it's kind of like being like, you're like, Danny, what are you mad about? Well, I feel like you're a bitch. It's like,
That's a feeling.
well, it's not a feeling.
hey,
That's
I feel like you a
I'm
bitch.
just
Yeah,
insulting you and calling it a feeling. Like,
Right,
that's not
right.
a feeling.
But
You never
feeling
have your
left
bitch
out
dog go
feels
off?
like it's like
I
like
feel
when
lonely.
I acknowledged it,
I feel
was
disappointed.
like, how I said it was, hey, I
like you're
would like to be invited more. Like I
That's-
want
yeah,
to
that
hang
seems
out with you
reasonable.
guys. Like I know, and I held responsibility. Whereas like I know sometimes I say no because I'm really busy, but like you're one of my best friends. You're now hanging out with this other person. I understand that person also initiates more, which I don't do as much.
And I mean, I think that's what we're going to get to the core of here. In OP's own words, they write, I'm asking if this problem friend bypassing me entirely and forming this connection with my best friend has me justified in talking to my best friend. Yes, in talking.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Expressing these feelings. Would my husband be the asshole if he talked to this problem friend of his?
That's why I'm so
That's
confused, because why is that what you're wondering is an asshole move? Like, what? Bypassing? You don't want to be included in the plan, so why do you care if this person's bypassing you?
Because I think they realize like the potential damage that can be done by this person infiltrating, and they're using a lot of these words that are putting a agency on what this guy's doing. He might just be criminally stupid and is like, oh, I got invited to a party, time to invite. Like he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people have no awareness and don't realize that they're annoying the shit out of people.
Yeah.
And for her, for this person, she's kind of saying a lot of this, like this is thought out, you know.
Yeah.
Bypassed me, did this, what? And I'm like, maybe it's possible.
Here's a gender theory on annoying. You know, we talked about the pick-me's before, but there's kind of like these couple pick-me's, and I've noticed, you know, the girl pick me, the guys ain't got a problem with her. When the guy pick me, the guy's got a problem with him. You know what I mean? That's kind of the nature of being annoying. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I also feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I want to protect my friend. I feel like it's different that it's like a problem friend for her, and like
for her,
that's for OP.
We didn't hear that OP was a her. I don't know why I found them.
OP has a husband.
I thought they were a
gay guy. A husband could be husband on husband. Radu.
I thought it was a gay guy for some reason. Something about it. It
could be. Honestly, I never. You're right. I am just gendering this person. So they, whoever they are, I feel like
they have no comments. Oh wow! They posted. Did they post this twice? Yeah, they posted it twice. They also posted it in What Should I Do? Which only got 2 comments, and someone just wrote, grow up.
I think that's so sad when people say that. I mean, I definitely be like, grow the fuck up, because it is just like, grow the fuck up and say something. Like, just say something. I don't know if it's on your mind enough to leave a post, talk to your friend.
They got nothing on this person.
Do you think your best friend is so stupid like they can't handle like regular social interactions?
No,
with this person?
I don't think that. But I have been in a situation before.
No, I'm just talking about them.
No, for sure. But what I'm saying is, I've been in a situation before where I've connected with a person. It ended up going terribly in the long run. And then I talked to the person who knew the person already, who was a good friend of mine, for them to be like, oh yeah, he did that to me too. Cool. Thanks for the fucking heads up. Bitch. Oh, well, you know, I didn't want to talk shit. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
That's
but you
wild.
have to, how else are we going to know that people are dangerous, quote unquote, or like can hurt people without literally relaying that information? OP could easily be like, hey, this is my experience with this person. I just wanted to give you a heads up. You want to continue being friends with them, hanging out with them, just know this.
This happened to me.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, knowledge, facts.
And I would be pissed off if my friend of 25 years, this problem friend, did some shit to me, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Telling my best friend of 25 years, and then they were like, oh yeah, he did that to me too. It's like, cool, where were you?
Why didn't you tell me?
That's why we had to have that movement.
Me too.
Yeah, because people literally, even other victims are like, oh, I didn't even think about it. You're like, bitch, what are you?
Yeah. I mean, that goes in every situation. Bosses, coworkers, friends.
Heads up. Give a heads up. Heads up is clean. Various Ocelot 2209s, right? It's YTA. I'm sorry, but you sound incredibly immature. They don't need your consent or permission to hang out together. You, for whatever reason, seem to hate the guy. That's your problem. This shouldn't affect their friendship. Also, calling him the problem friend. Really? How old are you? You know, Carla, you've slowly won me over, because I actually think OP is kind of annoying me.
For sure.
Because, you know, their main problem, and everybody said this, right? Like Catherine 16783 writes, you haven't really said what problems problem friend caused. And that was a huge problem with this post. Like, you need to get some charges in. It's too broad what you're saying. Like, I can't just be like, Radu is problematic.
Beans!
I have to give an example. You know, but like, they don't give good examples. But that said, I think we've all been rubbed wrong it sounds like a lot of micro things. And honestly, yeah, at this point in my life, I'm 35 years old. If somebody rubs me wrong, it doesn't take much where I'll be like, well, they did this little thing and I don't like how they did it.
Yeah.
It's stuck in my craw.
To be fair, I feel like it was more than just rubbing the wrong way. Like they said that they've been a problem friend for a while.
Like spilling beans.
You know,
like spilling beans means they told someone they shouldn't have repeated. Or the other thing, the inviting thing. Like we invited them and then they invited someone else. Well, it wasn't their thing to invite people to. Like those are minor, but it's just kind of that self-centeredness. It's like
you don't trust somebody to be around.
I wonder if that's what they've called spilling the beans. It's like that. Well, because inviting someone to a party they're not invited to is not exactly spilling the beans.
But it can kind of fuck up your shit.
It's only one of two things though that's happening here, right? This either something egregious has happened and they don't want to put it out into the Reddit post.
Yeah.
That's why they're like, they've harmed me in so many ways. They're like alluding to it. Or Danny's right. There are no charges here. And they're alluding to it because they got nothing.
I think the charges that they're alluding to have to do with OP and their husband's relationship. And that's why they're not saying anything. Because they said they've affected us in more ways than other members may know. Like, that's some personal shit that when you have a quote unquote problem friend or whatever, insert synonym here, that is in a group with you that you don't have hard charges for, but do enough to rub you the wrong way, you can't exile yourself or them from the group because whatever. But imagine OP bringing it up with all the members of the group and then everyone being like, oh yeah, we feel the same. Like no one's saying anything. We're all just dealing with problem friend for no reason. Why?
Well, because I feel like it's kind of self-managed. It's like it depends what the thing is.
Yeah. I mean, I commented on this post because I felt so strongly about it and I got downvoted 7 times out of 78, which is a pretty good ratio.
Read your comment.
Okay. NTA, whether or not your feelings are based on how problem friend has treated you and your partner, you would naturally want to protect your best friend of 20 plus years from developing a potentially quote unquote dangerous relationship. If I were your best friend, I would want to know. And based on how you've described problem friend, they're probably bypassing you on purpose based on you and their relationship. I'd say talk to your best friend about your relationship with problem friend and let them decide how they want to move forward. Why is that getting downvoted?
I wouldn't worry about that. These Redditors are little freaks.
Yeah.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
That's very reasonable.
I think, look, I think my issues with OP, here's my issues with OP, you guys. They say leached onto my best friend in quite an atypical way. Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You're being nasty.
I've seen that happen.
But you're projecting your own experience onto
best friend might like that.
Sometimes the two problem friends bond, as in Radu's crime circles. You know? Like, it's just
but the OP knows the one person more.
Let me finish my case here.
Okay.
They repeatedly try to call it a faux pas, but it doesn't work. That's not what a faux pas is.
Yeah,
a faux
why
pas
are they
isn't
saying
when
faux
you're
pas?
sitting in your ivory tower going, my calculations show this was a faux pas. It's like, no, a faux pas is a moment where everyone's like, like, I'm sorry, but like
spilling the beans.
OP was not like violated by someone quote unquote getting these random invites. I'm like, well, maybe they have chemistry. Maybe they get along, you know? And then they also do this thing where it's like, they're kind of enabling their friend, right? Because what do they say about their friend? Oh, he says yes to everything. And it's like, well, that's like not really your problem. If they're a yes man, they're a yes man.
He said yes to moving.
You know, like that's not on you to solve. OP also drops like, I would never do this to someone else, which always drives me nuts. I'm like, again, not the problem. Like this seems to be a lot about like, I'm better than the problem friend. Isn't it true? And it's like, I guess.
You might be.
I guess, but I do think I do nonetheless agree with you, Carla, that it just seems like I understand that like sometimes people can do very small things. I mean, I've told people small things people do and they go, that sounds like you're making a big deal out of nothing. And I'm like, no, but I smell it. If I smell it, I don't doubt the smell.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't.
I've been around long enough to trust myself a little bit. That said, I'm sorry, but the charges against the problem friend are minimal, and that's why I'm ultimately going to be fighting for no assholes here. I'm like, yeah, it sounds
I'll
like
go with that.
Great. Well, there went that. Radu?
Yeah. I mean, Carla kind of nailed it in the 6 minutes ago.
Yeah,
That's
you hear
what
that, Redditors?
that's
Why don't
how
you go
I
on
felt.
Reddit and upvote
Well,
me
she said
then?
NTA.
That
Anyway.
is true. I did say NTA, and I should have said NAH.
Okay. Well, wow. I guess we all agreed for 6 minutes, and I was just sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, it was important to go through it.
Please rate, review, subscribe, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/AITA pod. 300 plus bonus episodes, every single episode ad free. Now with Max Radu power, we've actually injected Radu.
And if you don't know, now you know, Danny.
I don't know why that made me uncomfortable.
You know why.
AITA for refusing to accompany a friend to pick up pizza, but then going when my close friend decided not to go.
Backflips.
I fucked this up. AITA for refusing to accompany a friend to pick up pizza, but then going when my close friend decided to go.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, I was with some friends at someone's place. Did people forget about details in these
Last
things?
night I was somewhere with someone doing something.
Last night I had an
You
exposition.
decide. This is a choose your own adventure, actually.
At some point, we ordered pizza, but it was a pickup special. When it was time to go, no one wanted to go. One of my friends said he couldn't go because he pulled a muscle. Another one of my close friends...
Which muscle?
Too fat for pizza.
Another one of my close friends said he'd gone last time and he was playing ping pong with another friend. Another friend and I were excused because, quote, don't make the girls walk that late in the cold, LOL. Anyway, the friend whose turn I guess it was, Abigail, said he wasn't... The friend whose turn I guess it was, Abigail, said he wasn't going alone and then complained about it being too cold out. The friend who I'm closest to finally said he'd go and get it. I said, I'll go too. I didn't think much of it. I just thought it'd be a nice walk and I didn't want him to go alone. Later, as me and the other girl were Ubering back, she told me that it was kind of savage to agree to go when it wasn't Abigail that was going and that the vibe was a bit off. I said that it wasn't about Abigail. I didn't mean it as a snub. She said that's what it felt like, at least to Abigail. And it was kind of asshole-ish from his perspective. Was I the asshole here?
I'm sorry. Was
You
this...
subbed the name.
The name was just A and I made it Abigail, so
But
let's
it's
just...
supposed to be
I see,
a
I see.
was it
quote
supposed to be a
unquote
man?
male name. Yeah.
Because I got confused because at one point it said...
So what happens is
Now
that
I get it.
Later, as me and the other girl were Ubering back. Oh, so OP's a girl.
OP is a
Listen.
girl.
Okay, that makes
OP
sense.
Now I
had
get
a
to-
guy friend say that they were
Okay.
going to go pick up the pizza
So we'll say
alone.
instead of
and then-
Abigail, we'll say Abe.
Now
We'll
I
say
get to
Abe.
woke
Yeah.
scold you guys. You don't know that Abigail can't be a male name?
Oh my
It's
God.
true. It's
Oh
true.
my God. He got us. Well, no. Down where I'm from, Radu, Abigail is the name of a girl.
In the Bible,
In the Bible, Abigail's a
Abigail
girl.
was a whale.
Abigail was a whale. Now I lived in that whale, and that shit was bomb. And that's why I bought the quad.
It was a 2-bedroom whale.
It was a 2-bedroom whale.
2-bedroom.
One bath.
Spacious.
Well, 1.5 bath.
Just shitting in different parts of the world.
Ew.
But yeah, I actually, I thought I thought of this when I had this time in college when this girl sat next to me and I didn't want to sit by her really, but I thought I could get away with moving seats.
Mm.
And then I got up and she literally called out in front of everyone. She was just like, you don't want to sit by me. You don't want to sit by me. You're just going to get up because you don't want to sit by me. And I was like, no, I wanted a different angle on the, I didn't have it. I didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know when this
Why
happened.
didn't you want to sit by her?
She was annoying.
Oh, okay. Valid. That's a valid reason.
Valid.
Plus, I wanted a chance to sit by one of the cuties. I mean, I was in college.
Mm.
Mm.
He was a shooter.
I guess so. That's all I had. I could do clown work in class.
Class clown.
But yeah, so this is kind of to me adjacent to that, where it's like you get in this position where you might change your mind or whatever, but then someone changes it very personally.
I barely understand this story.
Me neither. That's a
So they were
tough
gonna
one.
get a pizza. A bunch of scooters and dummies were like, "No, dude, I'm ping pong." Like this.
I'm ping ponging.
This story is
I'm
so
ping ponging.
First of all, I went last time and I pulled a muscle.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I almost died last time.
this story either has to be a bunch of people in college or a bunch of
Yeah.
people in
It's definitely
1988.
college.
There's
it's
no.
definitely college.
like, there's no
Definitely
So
way.
the
college.
friend whose turn I guess it was, Abe, said he wasn't going alone and then complained about it being too cold.
Uh-huh.
But then the friend who OP is closest to said he'd go and get it. And then that's when OP was like, I'll go. Abe initially volunteered. OP said nothing. Then OP's friend, the other girl, volunteered and OP went with them. Those two went and got the pizza, not Abe. Then they had the conversation.
That's not how I got it.
That's what. Yeah, that's
listen,
what I got. what
then
he
they're
said.
Ubering back. back where Abe would be in the car according to your narrative, but no, that makes no sense because she says it was savage of you to agree to go when it wasn't Abe that was going.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just them
Okay,
two.
so that's the story. We agree on the facts now.
Finally. Fair and balanced.
There we go. I feel like it is a little savage, but it's also just the kind of thing where it's like, you know, how personally are you going to take it, Abe? It's like, who cares?
That's like when you put out a group text and you're like, who wants to go to the movies? And the one person you wouldn't want to go alone with responds, and they're the only one who can go. And then you're like, well, now I don't really want to go anymore.
You gotta go, though. You
Or you
gotta
ever been
go.
at a party where someone's just like, hey, I'm gonna go get something from the store. Does anyone want anything? And then someone else is like, oh, I'll go with you. And you're like, no, I didn't.
Yes, I know
That's
exactly
for
what you mean.
reinforcements
Yeah.
or what. You're like, all right, fine. We'll go spend 15 minutes together, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk to you about at all.
I was in a situation recently where I was like walking and I was like into some podcast or something, and someone's like, I'll walk with you. And I'm like, no, no, it's so long.
Yeah. And it's the opposite of that is I feel like what this person was trying to accomplish, where they're like, I don't want to get stuck with an Abby, Abe, whatever.
Yeah.
And then their friend was like, well, I'll go do it. You're like, oh, okay, I'll get stuck with you. You're fun to, get stuck with. That's basically all that
Yeah.
transpired.
And I also feel like Abe won because Abe didn't have to go in the cold.
Yeah, so there is a trade-off there. It's like maybe your feelings got a little bit stung, but also the cold stings more bitter than any feelings.
Hell yeah, bro.
I feel like
That
it was even
nice.
more innocent than that. And it's like when your friend says you're going to do it, and then you're like, okay, cool, I'll go with you. I like you. Like,
First
that's
I
it.
asked Scooter, and then I asked Tanner, then we asked Dumpster, and then finally Abe was able. Like this was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
funniest assortment of losers.
I was excluded from an event in my friend group recently, and I got kind of butthurt, and then I investigated, and it turned out the exclusion was very valid.
Mm.
Do you feel like you were left out?
I felt disappointed that I wasn't invited. See how that's an actual emotion? I felt like he was a fucking dick. No, and so I was like, "What's up?" And they were like, "We just knew you wouldn't like this movie." And sure enough, I looked up the movie, and it was called like I don't know, like Christmas Happy Orgasm. Like it was like the most like saccharine, like Christmas,
Okay.
kind of movie. And I was like, "That's fair because I don't want to go."
But if they knew you didn't want to go, why not just invite you to be polite?
There's a social thing there where you're like, it's almost like, which one is more
Yeah.
polite, knowing him or not knowing him, and still invite? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
felt kind of good about.
I
not
just
being
feel like
invited
it's
in the
also
end.
like, I don't know, maybe I'm just the best ever. And I'm like, hey guys, we're watching this movie. Danny, we know you don't like it, so you can come if you want, but
yeah.
that's it.
Did you
It's
just
really
throw
that
in that you're the
simple.
best
I didn't
ever?
say that.
Did you just say
I
that?
didn't
I'll
say
say-
that. Did
I
you
get-
just say that? Oh my god!
Why would that be part of what you
Stop,
just
Danny?
said?
That's so nice of you to
I get
say.
excluded from
Threw
stuff
that
like
in
that
there.
because some people are like, I know we're gonna all watch the Christmas movie and we don't want to make little shitty jokes. We don't want to hear your quips.
That's it.
about-
No,
you
that's
know
why
what
they
I mean?
banned
Like,
me. They're like, you're going to be making fun of the movie.
we
We
want
don't want
someone
that.
who buys into the story of this
Ugh.
snowman, and you're like, well, but then you should hang
Hot
out with
Frosty?
a child.
Yeah. That's exactly the
Find
vibe they don't want.
someone.
But yeah, I always think like whenever, if you do feel a sense of like, I mean, obviously there's Machiavellian and there's fucking, sinister people or whatever playing fucking games. But like usually if I'm ever feeling that way, I'm just like, got to create my own momentum, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pizza night. Top descending comment says, ESH, don't order pickup if you're all going to whine about picking it up. It was also inherently tacky to announce you're going with your friend after Abe complained about going alone. I guess. Just feel like this is a normal thing that happens, and you just go like, you should come with us, Abe, or like, it's just really not that big of a deal. Abe doesn't have to go. That's the beauty of it.
I got my stamp ready.
Also, the friend is kind of an asshole for being like, "Hey, that was kind of shitty of you." Well, you didn't. You didn't offer to go at all.
You didn't offer to go with Abe in a little bit.
Yeah, so what did they actually say?
They were just calling it out.
No, but they went. The friend who I'm closest to finally said he'd go. Yeah, so Abe is like, yeah, I'll go. I just don't want to go alone. Beat. And then the friend's like, I'll go alone. Like, wasn't that kind of brutal? Abe's
See,
like,
I think that's why I
"You
got
wanna
confused
go
because
with
I
me?"
was
Yeah.
under the
Yeah,
impression.
no, you're right. I get your confusion now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mess. AITA for refusing to accompany a friend to pick up pizza, but then going where my close friend decided to go. I would describe this as like kind of like the allegiances became clear And I'm sorry, but I just don't feel like it's really a crime. Characterized as savage is actually fair, but I don't think it makes you an asshole because, like, people are closer to other people, and them's the breaks. You got to just accept it and play your own game.
I think NTA for this decision, but YTA for their ability to tell a story. You are a story.
I'll go with you
asshole.
there.
Yeah, I agree.
or YTA for the storytelling.
They were just high the whole time.
Folks, please rate, review, subscribe, join me on patreon.com/AITA pod. 300 plus bonus episodes, every single episode ad free. We're going to wrap up on this one. We've done it before as Guess the Verdict. I thought it was actually kind of interesting and made me angry. So here we go. AITA for calling my brother a prude because of a movie. My family and I, 23M, have a movie club like a book club.
Fancy.
I don't think that's necessary to say.
It's like a book club, but for not books.
Thank
Visual
you.
books.
Where each family member will pick out a movie. Recently, we've decided to include mine and my twin brother's significant others, my wife and his GF. When it was my brother's girlfriend's time to pick the movie, she chose Poor Things. I'd seen it before and enjoyed it, but I get that it's more on the artsy, surreal side and contains quite a bit of nudity.
Mm-hmm.
Before the film started, I emphasized several times to my parents and brother that the film contained some graphic nudity, and everyone said they're fine with it and went ahead and started watching. My parents in particular mentioned they'd be okay with it. The moment a sex scene shows up in the movie, my brother lets out an audible groan and loudly exclaimed to the rest of us, "We're just watching porn." Similar comments came from him for the rest of the movie that I tried to brush off because I was just trying to enjoy the movie. As soon as it ends, my wife and my mom talked about different story elements and moments that was almost immediately interrupted by brother saying, "I just don't think there is any point to all that nudity. I don't want to watch porn with my family."
I don't like this voice at all.
We ignored the comment to finish the discussion we were having before he interrupted, which caused him to go, "Hello? Is anyone even paying attention to me?" I got fed up with how he kept interrupting, and I admit I snapped and said, "Yes, we get it. You're a prude." And then turned back to the conversation. After that, he immediately got up and yelled at me, "I'm not a prude because I don't want to watch a whole movie that's just sex. You have no right to disrespect me like that." He stormed out of the room and went upstairs. My mom told me I had to go apologize. I said I wasn't going to because it pissed me off that sex was all I took away from the entire movie. My mom completely flipped gears about her thoughts on the movie, agreeing with my brother that there was too much sex. And, quote, "it all seemed unnecessary." I refused to apologize, and my wife and I left shortly after. My wife didn't think I should have apologized since this sort of thing happens all the time when he doesn't get his way. AITA for calling my brother a prude.
Woo, baby. What kind of porn does brother watch?
I know, right?
Poor Things is not my type of porn. That's for sure.
Yeah, Poor Things, the premise is a reanimated Frankenstein-like dead person is like really enjoying learning about sex.
No,
Not
it's like a mentally
exactly.
delayed.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's given a
but-
fresh brain.
She's given a fresh
Yeah.
brain. She's got a new start, but she
but
was
from
dead.
immaturity.
But she has an adult body.
She has an adult
Yeah.
body,
To
I
clarify.
understand, yeah.
Which for some reason
Which was
is
dead
a weird
at some point.
commentary on a certain Radu topic we're trying to avoid saying.
Correct. Yes.
Stealing from children.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Exactly.
There is a lot of nudity in the movie. I will
sure.
admit that. And there's a lot of sex scenes in
Mhm.
the movie. And I will also admit that I personally would not want to watch this movie with my parents.
Absolutely
This would
not.
be a
Red flag
nightmare.
number one. Why would you?
There's a lot of fucking.
Who's this girlfriend suggesting this movie for family movie
I-
club?
It's not a family.
Out of the club.
I'd
Out of
rather
the
watch
club.
the Epstein tapes with my family.
That's fair. That's fair.
Those
Yeah.
don't exist, or do? What the hell?
Dun, dun, dun. They'll exist as soon as the Republicans censor their names out.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on here. I feel like Brother also is such a character. That was a good voice for him, Danny. Great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, like it's
Thanks,
too
guys.
much porn. Like that energy in general. And granted, this is how OP is relaying the information.
Yeah.
But it's very immature. It is like, oh, all we're doing is watching porn. I get that. You don't want to watch fucking sex scenes with your parents. But then what do? Keep bringing up sex.
Yeah, you keep bringing it up. And I mean, the movie is interesting. I mean, I think sexuality. I think the movie paints men as animals, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I also feel like that's like a super literal. Like, yeah, it's like you're not only a prude, you're also a moron. Like, it's also a commentary on sex. To me,
Right.
it's so literal to just be like, movie shows sex, movie bad.
Yep.
It's like, well,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Brother's Girlfriend showed that movie for a reason.
Yeah, he's not fucking me.
He's not fucking me well.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like, yeah, Poor Things. But look, Poor Things. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's not a good movie to watch with the fam. You got to pick the
No.
normie shit that's more innocent.
It would be funny to find a family that you're like, yeah, we watched Poor Things together. We all loved it. And you're like, oh, no.
Yeah. Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Honestly, I made my parents watch Mulholland Drive and they bombed. You know, they're not going to get it. You ever seen The
Dude.
Platform?
One time,
No.
me and my wife tried to watch Eraserhead. And I swear to God, 13 minutes in, she was like, okay, these noises are making me freak out. And like, we just put on Rush Hour.
There we
Nice.
go.
Switched gears
I mean, that's cool that your
entirely.
wife is down for Rush Hour.
And then, but I'm telling you,
Everyone should be down
then
for
we
Rush
both
Hour.
had a great time.
That's great.
I was trying to get into the Lynch ass, but I was like, honestly, really upset me. Let's watch Rush Hour. This is
Perfecto.
Yeah.
We also, there's this movie called The Platform, which I view as like a leftist movie. And then me and my brother showed my parents thinking like they would take something away. And they were like, it's about how socialism's bad. And we're like, fuck.
Yep.
Well, they're from Cuba.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess the question here, to me, it's like, yeah, you're like being so childish and myopic about it. Cause it kind of seems like even the mom moved on, you know, like the mom was like, yeah, we're talking about the plot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then the brother just keeps bringing us back there. But I definitely see like a toxic family here.
100%. I think that mommy definitely has a side here.
Mommy has a side.
yeah.
And saying you have to go apologize. I'm
For
24 year
what?
old. No, exactly.
Like,
His wife brought this. I didn't choose this.
Yeah, is prude that much of an insult?
that's
Like,
barely an
if someone
insult.
calls you a prude, you're like, what? No, I'm horny.
Well, it happened.
No, I'm
This
a pervert. Show me your pussy.
This is the Southern accent thing where it's like, why are you, this isn't, if you're not a prude, why are you so offended?
Doth
Because you
thus
are.
protest too much.
Methinks the lady doth.
They should have boundaries on their movie club. Imagine reading a book club in this version, you're like, I just felt like I just skipped over all the 50 Shades of Grey parts of a fucking family book club that's porn. You would never do that. You would never do that.
I have a friend who's a horror hater. He's always like, horror is just because people want to be so shocked. But we read a book like as in a group chat, which is like the most violent book ever written.
Oh.
The New Testament or the
Nice. Blood Meridian. And I'm like, how come that doesn't count? The book has like so much death and horrible blood. I guess just as it's written, but
I couldn't do it.
Cormac?
yeah, it is Cormac. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like this was just a frustrating way. And like, I mean, the point of a movie night, and like, I love seeing movies with people. I really don't go alone because I'm like, I think it's cool to see what other people take away. And I even enjoy now, like, if someone doesn't like a movie and I do, I'm like, I want to know why. That's kind of interesting to me. And I kind of view a movie often as a projective test. Like, what do you project on a movie? What do you pull away from it? It can tell you a lot about someone, you know?
Yeah.
True. Very true.
For sure.
Yeah, like I saw this movie with someone and we all kind of agreed one of the main characters was a narcissist. And my one friend was like, oh, I thought he was kind of a good guy.
I thought he was cute.
Whoa.
We're like, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
I'm like, all right, we'll never watch Birth of a Nation again.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Gone with the Wind, I think, is the most grossing movie ever.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, if adjusting for inflation. Nothing for inflation.
Sure,
That's pretty crazy to think about. You know what I mean? Anyway,
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
Me neither. Swirly Flurry writes, part of a book club, movie club is discussing what you liked and didn't like. He was being rude, how he brought it up. Both of you were rude to each other. He's rude for interrupting. You're rude for dismissing his opinion. See, no. They write ESH.
Exactly.
No, that's not an opinion. That's you just being like, that's yelling fire in a crowded movie theater.
Correct.
You know, it's like, bro, like, fine. Then I just say like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go to the kitchen. I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Honestly, that's yelling porn in a crowded theater.
Yeah.
Well, also, he could have said all the things that he said in a different way. I mean, not to that.
Yeah.
He could, hey, I thought there was too much sex. It made me maybe next time our movie club night doesn't include as much sex.
That's
it made me feel
valid.
uncomfortable.
That's valid.
But instead, he's like, I didn't like this. I don't like seeing titties when my mom's in the room.
Yeah, I mean that I kind of see him on. I don't want to see titties when my mom's in the room, but like I don't know. I also I don't really agree with content objections because to me that's so literal. Like, what are they really talking
What do you
about?
mean?
Yeah, being like, oh, the movie had sex and that's bad. I'm like, that's not really how movies work. That's
no,
not
it's
how art
hey,
works.
sex makes
Like,
me feel uncomfortable
well,
around my parents.
that's valid. I'm like, yeah, you felt uncomfortable, but I'm like, yeah, that's not a criticism. You don't.
Correct.
That's not doesn't affect the critical value of the movie. Like, oh, the movie had a lot of death. I just feel like war should be depicted differently. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Top descending comment, NTA, if he had pearls, he'd be clutching. If he had calmly suggested there's too much nudity, we wouldn't be here. Instead, he interrupted to fixate. He set himself up as the arbiter of good taste and was incensed that anybody might have the nerve to disagree. Reminds me of that old joke with the punchline, they're your dirty pictures. Do we know what joke that is?
No.
No.
They're your dirty pictures.
Oh, it's the Chris Rock joke about black people versus the other. No.
Oh my gosh. I almost believed you,
assuming the
Radu.
worst.
God, why do I ever believe Radu? I gotta like give it three
never.
breaths before.
A man is undergoing a psychological evaluation with the Rorschach, right?
Okay.
The ink blot test. Doctor shows him the first card. The man goes, 2 people making love. The doctor shows him the second card. The man goes, couple having sex. Shows him the third card. He goes, that's Donald Trump sucking off Bill Clinton. After several more similar responses, the doctor notes, you seem to be really fixated on sex. He goes, what do you mean, doctor? You're the one showing me all the dirty pictures. That's a good point, though. I didn't view it as like I was saying that projection thing, but it's like the fixation itself is kind of projective. It's like, wow, we're really like, that's all.
It's exposing. Are you saying?
Yeah.
Potentially, like, why are you so caught up? And then you were making the joke that the girlfriend put it on because she's sexually frustrated. So he's like, what? This movie Poor Things is all about having a small dick. Like, I didn't catch that detail. It's all about having an unsatisfied girlfriend, and you made me watch it.
Yeah.
With my mom.
With my mom.
Now my mom knows I don't fuck right.
Yeah. And I wish my girlfriend was my mom. Whoa, too Freudian. Stop the movie night. AITA for calling my brother a prude because of a movie. I mean, come on, folks. Come on. I think we're at NTA on this,
NTA.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Very interesting caveat that the mom was like able to so fluidly switch sides though. She was like first on the like, yes, I see the art of it. And then she's like, well, there was a lot of titties.
You made your brother mad. So therefore, what he says goes because he's a big old brat.
Oh.
And he
is-
fucks me.
And
Whoa!
It's very annoying though that's just like always a dynamic that like the male children are always seen as like you can't do anything wrong, and then the female children like literally support the family, and they're like,
Well, OP is
could you-
23M.
what's up?
OP is a 23M, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't clock
Is he the
that.
oldest?
Yeah.
They don't really
I'm
say.
not sure.
Then scratch my whole thing.
No, I liked it though.
I thought for some reason this was a lady, a 23-year-old lady.
No, I know what you mean though. There is
No.
enabling the men, enabling the incompetent men. That's definitely a trope.
Absolutely.
Your brother's
Reality
upset.
trope. Yeah. Don't upset your brother. You should be doing everything as the woman in this family, just like I did.
Yeah.
And therefore it is right and good.
Yes.
Anyway, this is really fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. Poor things.
Poor.
No, thank you.
See you guys next time. Bye.